Stop making empty promises that you know you can't keep. And we all know this person. Talk a good one. They make empty promises and they swear up and down that they got you. But when it's time to deliver, nothing. Silence. Nowhere to be found. And this is probably the friend who swears that they'll host the next get together. The cousin who promises to help you move, but when it's time, all of a sudden they have a flat tire. Better yet, what about the person who hypes you up about a trip, but when it's time to send in money for the Airbnb, crickets? Let's just be real. If a person is interested in hanging out with you, they'll make it happen, period. There are no excuses. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, and we all manage to find time for the things that we want to do. So when someone gives you some long, drawn-out story about why they could make it, that's garbage. And they can save their excuses. Because had you mentioned it days prior, then I would have just planned accordingly. People don't accidentally flake. They didn't want to do it anyways. They decided that sitting on their couch or doing other things mattered more than showing up for you. So stop letting people play these fake text message games. Because if someone values you, then they respect your time. They don't leave you guessing, and they don't leave you on red. And they also don't wait 30 minutes before just to cancel. Have you noticed how these flaky people never just own up to their actions? It's always somebody else's fault. And then they'll look you right in the face and act like they're the victim, as if you're wrong for asking them what happened. What? Just completely ignoring the fact that they're the ones who chose to lie and make up an excuse. I don't get it. It really makes you just look around at your circle and just realize how lonely it is when you're the only one that's solid. I think flakiness has become the new normal. People tend to talk about stuff more than actually doing it now. Everybody's got a plan. Everybody's about to do something. Talk is cheap now, and it's everywhere. And it feels good to say, yeah, I got you, out loud. But I'll be the first to tell you, people can see right through you. When you constantly talk without delivering, the people around you know darn well that you're not going to do what you said that you would. Let me tell you something. If you want to be respected, liked, and just taken seriously by the people in your life, your actions matter more than anything that ever comes out of your mouth. So here's my advice to you, and I'll say it directly as possible. Stop talking so much and put some action behind it. When you're flaky, people will stop counting on you. They'll ask somebody else before they ask you again. Some people would say yes to everything and mean none of it. And then they wonder why nobody comes to them when things get serious. See, one thing about me is I don't need a yes. I'm perfectly fine with being told no. If you can't do it, you can't do it. It won't kill me. I've heard the word no many times before in my life, and I can handle it. But what I can't handle and what nobody can stand is a fake yes that turned into them ghosting you last minute. If you can't make the trip, just say no. If you're too tired to help move, say no. Keep it real. Because people will respect you 10 times more than they'll ever respect a flaky promise. Let me tell you something. Your friends aren't stupid. They can see right through it. They might smile and say, yeah, it's okay. But mentally, they just cross your name off the list. Because you're the type of friend that disappears when things get real. And I know you heard the saying, stop writing checks that you know you can't cash. Instead, you continue to do this thing where you wait until the last 30 minutes before we're supposed to meet up. Then you send that text message saying that you can't make it. And even worse, you just don't reply at all. You act like you fell asleep or your phone died. It's selfish. You're just playing games at this point. Look at the people that you actually go to when you need the help. It's never the person who you think you can count on the most. It's never that friend who always talk about how they got you or how they're always here for you when you need them. It's always the person you least expect to be there. It's always the quietest people that don't talk much. They don't feel the need to prove their loyalty. because they show you through their actions. When you call them, they don't give you a lecture. They don't make a big deal out of it, and they don't bring it up later. They just show up. They handle whatever that may be. And that's the difference between the person of action and the person who is just all talk. The person who talks a good one needs that validation before they do anything for you. The person you actually go to for help, they don't care about the validation at all. They just care about fixing the problem. That's the type of person you want in your corner. And the thing about it, that person is probably you. And let me tell you something. It gets old with you being the person who is always following through with whatever you're asked. Always the one driving, always the one sending money whenever you're asked, and always the one holding things together. At some point, you start realizing that if you stop texting first, or if you stop doing all the heavy lifting, the whole friendship or the whole family plan, it's going to fall apart because nobody else is going to step up. And I'm speaking on this because it happened to me. My family dynamics aren't the same since I started reaching out. I said to myself, let me see who reach out to me or invite me anywhere. Guess what? I hardly hear from those folks now. But that doesn't stop me from being who I am. Because at the end of the day, whatever I do for a person, it isn't transactional. I don't show up for people just to say that they'll owe me something back or just to get a pat on the back. I do it because it's the standard. That's who I am. And look, it hurts when you realize that some relationships were only good because you were the one keeping them together. It's a lonely feeling when you test the waters. Stop chasing people and just realize that nobody is going to do the same for you. But it also gives you a lot of clarity. It shows you exactly where you stand. And it actually frees up your energy and your time to focus on the people who actually value you. And that's why I had to change how I move. When I see that you're always one of those people who is always about to do something, or you're always ghosting at the last minute, I don't argue with you. I don't even get mad anymore. I just pull back because my time is too valuable to be spent chasing down a grown adult or waiting around for a text message that I already know isn't coming. And that's the part that these flaky people don't realize. When they're sitting on the couch sending those fake text excuses, you think you're slick, but everyone is laughing at you behind your back. When your name pops up in a conversation, people roll their eyes. They're making screenshots of your texts and sending them to each other and saying, look, here they go with the flat tire excuse again. You become the joke. So look at who you're relying on. And more importantly, look at who can rely on you. Are you the person people call when they need help? Or are you the person that they skip over because they already know that you're going to give them an excuse? So if this resonated with you, give it a like and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.